Equip your visionary to level 3. Bay 13 is now available for loading. I repeat, Bay 13 now available for loading.
Hey everybody. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me get everything situated here. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Yeah. Turn my music down just a tad bit. How we doing? How's everybody doing? How's your week going so far? Let's see. Okay, so gonna be working on this again. I am really trying to like actually focus on this and like get this thing going. So I'm just gonna be kind of hacking away at this tonight. Figured I'd do a stream just because my wife isn't here. She's at a concert. Might as well hang out. So let's hang out. But as always, if you guys have questions, anything like that, feel free, hit me up. Don't care. I will answer away, as always. We're going to work on this panel here. And yeah, we're going to just kind of keep going. So let's go. But I hope everyone's having a good week so far. And if you guys are working on something, tonight, what are you guys working on? Let's just kind of fix that a little bit. It's looking a little lumpy. Okay. Alright, so this guy gets cut right about here. Let's go ahead and go do a detach. I do wish that detach would just like actually separate things too. What's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing good, Tamizu. How are you? I am finally getting over this horrible cold or whatever the hell I had. Nope, I just saved it. My bad. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Let's get this a little bit more fleshed out. Okay, so a couple of things need to change here. First of all, these can go bye-bye because they're not needed. Cool. What's up, Ponce? How are you? I'm doing good. Doing real good. Let's also get rid of that. Let's think about this. Get rid of that too, and then we'll just kind of build from here. A lot of this is left over from the initial block out, so getting rid of it isn't the end of the world right now, but it does need to be kind of fixed up. How far are you into this model? Not as far as I want to be, but getting there. It's looking good. Like, I'm not mad about it, but I'm also like, I just haven't had much time to spend offline working on it, so unfortunately that is just life. Sleep deprived as all hell, but I'm good. Wild weekend meeting deadlines with my kid, forgetting what sleep is. Pretty awesome stuff going on, so it's worth it, I guess. That's good. What all are you working on? What you got cooking? I've seen some of the stuff you've been doing. Nope, I grabbed something else. I did. Okay. Come on. I feel like it's been months since I actually finished a project, and it's starting to hurt my soul a little bit. But I'm also trying not to like rush and burn out, so I'm trying to be good. It's important to try to avoid that, because I've been there and it sucks. Those are actually fairly awesomely lined up. Okay. Cool. Do the same thing here. I got kind of a cool video going on. So I did a questionnaire thing on Instagram this past week, or weekend, I guess. And multiple times I got the question about like layered textures, so I'm gonna do a video kind of breaking down how I do them, because it seems like a lot of people are confused on how to kind of work with them. So expect that either tomorrow or maybe Thursday. Main thing was the concert visuals for last Sunday. Now that's out of the way. I can relax a little bit. Kind of awesome to see stuff on the big screen. Now back to texture packing. Nice. That's cool, man. That's really cool. And that's awesome. You get to see it on like a big projected screen. That's sick. I take it it leaves you almost no time for like personal projects, I'm sure, because like school is a time suck. All right. Just keep kind of reshaping this a little bit. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so that's pretty solid. Therein lies the weirdness. I don't think I necessarily care about that. I don't know. Do I care? I do care about that. Okay, so I see what I need to do. Hold on. Nope. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. And this time it's not working. That also reminds me I need to do another video in the Blender series. That's my main worry at this moment. I think portfolio is going to have to wait till next year, which isn't great. Yeah, that sucks. But at least you're still actively working on stuff. That's kind of the important part. That is the important part when it comes to this stuff. It would be worse if you weren't able to work on anything. Okay. So that'll connect across. And that won't because that doesn't exist. So, dope. Wait a minute. What does that connect to? Nope. Okay. I see what I did. Let's think about that then. Absolutely, you got as much lined up after this one, or just stuff in general looking and going forward. So, I'm at a little bit of an impasse because I'm not sure what I want to do. I am finally, at this point, starting to fry out a little bit on like the hyper, like, perfect models. And I do kind of want to just like make stuff to make stuff, like, creatively. So, yeah, I do have some plans for some things that I want to do. I just haven't decided. I do have a sculpt I want to finish, so I do want to finish the death sculpt, which I'll be possibly primarily working on in October. I was going to do another project, but then I thought, why am I going to do that? I'm being stupid. I need to not do that. So trying to make sure I don't like overblow myself, like scheduling wise. Life has just been kind of crazy lately, so. But yeah, no, just I'm gonna try to finish out the year strong, get a couple more projects added to my portfolio, and then I don't know. I don't really know. I have a lot that I want to do, but a lot of it is more so going to be geared towards like animation, the special effects stuff, compositing. So there's a lot of things I want to start kind of like digging into that I haven't really been able to on this channel yet, and I think that's soon. That's coming up soon. Okay. So this is gonna be kind of weird to figure out because like I need that to cut somehow. Oh, whoa, whoa. Let's do this actually. Hold on. Okay. It's awesome that you're still pushing to explore new stuff. Yes, I really, really, really want to like dig a little bit further into Unreal Engine and then some other stuff as well. So I think that'll be like it's going to be a huge focus for me going forward. Because I feel like I have enough models to do what I want with them. And so now I'd really like to experiment with like actually, you know, utilizing them. So yeah, that's the current plan. That's kind of what I want to do. Will that happen? Hopefully. Why does that keep popping up? Why is that doing that? That's really weird. Oh. Huh. My tab was like stuck. Unreal has really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff the more I work with it. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is for me too. And like, there's just the like, I do like doing offline rendering because you know it's kind of cool. You get to like just wait for your stuff to happen and everything like that. But at the same time, like I really want to kind of dive into the realm of, you know, just working on shit live. So I think that's kind of like the goal for me now at this point. Because there's so much you can do with it, and like I haven't even scratched the surface with it yet. Like I'm happy that I know enough to be dangerous at this point, but yeah, I'd like to be able to do more with it. Okay. And then we will just weld this stuff together. Cool. And then I gotta do the actual cutting on this. So let's do that. Try to actually get this stuff done this time. Watch that. Okay. Nope. Let's not do that. Just kind of pull that out. Okay, cool. And then we'll do that. That should look nice and solid. Beautiful. All right. What about anyone else? Anyone else working on stuff tonight? Maza. Hi, human. Hello, human. How are you? Oh, no, it froze. Did it freeze? It still looks like it's live on my end. Is Instagram being dumb? Probably. It's Instagram. Did I just lose? Hold on. I hate having to wonder if I'm, like, still live or not. No. It looks like I'm good. Let's go to my channel. Twitch is the easiest way to figure it out. Yeah, no, I'm still good. Alright, cool. Alright. Yep, I'm still good. Just making sure. Just checking. Alright. Cool. That is getting much better. Why does that look like that? What got missed? Yep, there's... Okay. Okay. That's a bit weird. Off. What are you? Okay. Is it just because... Okay, something's... Oh. I think it's this. Nope, something's funky. It's like that's not conforming to anything, which is kind of bizarre. What happens if I delete that? Nothing. Sometimes when you divide things like this, though, it gets a little weird about it. There we go. Okay. I was going to say, I was like, there's no way that should be doing that. There we go. Working on a sci-fi desk, but I don't think it looks sci-fi enough. It looks like the reference I used, I think. What you got? What you working on? Why doesn't it look like the way that you want it to look? If that makes sense. Okay. Selected. Okay. Solid. And then now I just got to do this last portion. So, sweet. All right. The pain is starting to go away. All right, Shift I. So let's look at this. Obviously, kind of looks like Dookie. So let's fix it up a little bit. Do I want to do that? Hold on. No, I really don't want to do that, actually. Let's just clean that up. Edge slide. La 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 la. Is that okay? Man, I miss modeling. That's how I get when I'm texturing, man. So in preparation for the video that I'm doing tomorrow, I spent a lot of time texturing today. And I'm excited because I kind of broke down my process before that I haven't really broken down. So, but I always find myself, like, after I start working on something like that for long enough, I start to miss modeling like immediately. So I'm like, I don't know. Like when I say like I don't know what I'll be doing after this project, I truly don't, because like I'll probably end up missing modeling again. Just like always. Sayonara. Delete. Oh, fun. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to merge these guys. Beautiful. I can post in my IG when I modeled. Yeah, go ahead. If you want to do that, I can take a look at it. All right. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Thankfully, I was a little worried that I was going to get to a point where I was going to get really tired of this model, and I haven't hit that yet, thankfully. But I do worry that I'm going to get to that point at some point. So I'm trying to, like, get to the next phase as soon as possible. Model this concept. All right, sweet. So what kind of like sci-fi are you going for? Are you going for like clean, used, like? Because it definitely, like, modeling wise, it's feeling like it belongs in, like, you know, cyberpunk or something like that. So like you're on the right path. Some things to add to it would be some, like, you know, integrated like peripherals. Like we think of that sci-fi, and like, you know, you have desks that have like screens built into them, keyboards built into them, stuff like that. So maybe you could add like a built-in keyboard and display or something. I don't know. But there's some stuff you could do with that. I like the weird cartridge thing you got going on down there. It's kind of like a portable server thing almost. That's neat. That's cool. Just a random image I found online and model, but yeah, I could add more to it. Yeah. Never be afraid to get like creative with it, especially if you like don't have to if you don't have to follow like a certain subset of like design rules. Go ham. It's kind of my general rule. Like for me on projects like this, I'm trying to make sure this matches the reference as close as possible. But, you know, if you can like have some creative freedom with it, go for it. Okay. Is that just one big old... No, that's a quad. All right. Just had to make sure. So, in general, that actually kind of fits the shape that I need. So, I want to maintain that. This guy, though, comes in a little bit. Okay. Sweet. It's interesting that that kind of works, but also kind of doesn't work. Oh, you know what I was going to look up? Hold on a second. I wanted to see what patch version 2026 is on. Kumar, hi, what is it? This is a ship that I'm modeling. There you go. You can see it there. While I look this up, because I have been tempted to switch to 2026. Let's see. Have you guys patched it yet? Autodesk has released several updates to my 2026, most recent being 2026.2. Okay, cool. I think I will be doing that tonight. Hell yeah. That's exciting. Always like updating. I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last year. Last year I upgraded on the day it came out, and ooh, that was not a good idea. Okay, Vertex. That's my general rule now with like anything. Like if it's the first time it's come out, like whether it's a car or like a piece of something, like a piece of stereo equipment or something like that, I will not buy the first version of it. Or I will wait until like it's out for a little bit and they work out the bugs, because I hate dealing with bugs. All right. Timuzu, I don't know if you saw it. Is something that has me slightly intrigued with the software that you use. Blender now has, or is going to have, DLSS. And that's definitely a little tempting to me. There's something kind of cool about that. Alright, so that matches up. Multi-cut. I don't know if that's enough to make me switch entirely, but it's cool to have. It's cool to see. Very nice. Thank you so much for the resub. How are you doing? New viewport tech looks crazy. It does. It looks awesome. I'm pretty stoked for it. I'll be excited to see what they do with it. Wait a minute. Why is that so much louder? It's capped on stream, so. I will try that. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Amazing. Thank you so much, Kumar. I appreciate it. Sorry, my Instagram is once again not scrolling. I don't understand that. Okay, so let's go ahead and seal. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Let's go ahead and seal this puppy up. Doing good. Hope all is good with you. If you have to head out, but I wanted to get my sub working again. Have a good night. Have a good night, Van Ice. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're doing good. The exact reasons you said, I'm still a million versions behind current release as I wait for everything to catch up and become stable. Yeah, I learned that it's just not a good idea. Like, I love it, you know, and like, you know, it sucks too, because as somebody who creates content on things, like, it does make it slightly difficult to be like, oh yeah, I'm using the top-notch edge stuff. But I don't know, maybe it's a more honest take, because like in the industry, most of them are still using like 2022. So I don't know. But it's been almost a year-ish since 2026 came out, so. Which makes no sense, but that's software releases for you. All right. Let's get this stuff lined up here. Wait a minute. Hold up. Right. Boop, boop. What did I do wrong? Something wrong happened here. I think I went too far with this. I'm gonna delete that for now. Let's just take the guesswork out of it. What version of Blender do you use, Timbuzu, out of curiosity? Because they're on like what, 5 now? 4.8? Something like that? Something silly like that? Nope, let's not do that, thank you. I'm trying to maintain the circle shape so I don't have to rebuild it. It's like kind of the last thing that I want to do. 4.2 LTS, I think. Oh, okay, cool. So you're using like a long-term support one. That's cool. That's how I do Windows. Do long-term support contract ones because I don't like upgrading every single year. All right. It's also just kind of a better way to live. All right. So here we go. So that gets wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second. Is that straight? That's not looping or anything? No, that's perfect. Okay. I have to check. I have to make sure. Every freaking time. Okay. That makes more sense now. That was the problem. This is why I don't use the marking menus, because they drive me nuts. There we go. Okay. Maybe they're better with like a pen, but like, Jesus. Alright. Okay. Do I use a blueprint? I have a concept. That is my concept. So that's what I'm working off of. I wish my brain just came up with this, but it didn't. This is from another artist who was awesome enough to let me use their work. Okay. Why is that doing that? Off. Straight. What? Oh, I have something else selected, don't I? I do. Okay. I was like, what is happening here? Okay. Someday I'd like to do my own concepts. I guess the tank is kind of like an amalgamation of my own concept and other designs, but I think it would be kind of fun to like make my own thing up. I just don't have like the bandwidth to do that right now. What's up, Vivix? How are you? Okay. Let's take a look at this. Because I know this has to be done separately. Takes a while to like get into a working mode. Oops. Nope. Okay. To where I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but like, you know, I'm at least progressing somewhere. What's up, Michael? How are you? It's good to see you. All right. We're going to pinch those off. That should look pretty solid. Beautiful. Turn that off. So, only weirdness is the sharpness here. which I would like to kind of cull back a little bit. Oop. That's going to be a little difficult. And that's why. Okay. I think that's just going to be a little rough. It's better than it was. Yeah. I'll have to kind of shape that better. But that's okay. What are you doing? I am working on my ship that I have been working on for far too long now. Which software do you use for texturing? I use Substance Painter. It's kind of just the easiest route to go. I see you fixing the topo like a puzzle. Yep, it is a really crappy, annoying puzzle, and I hate it. But it works. Still getting some weird funkiness there, but I need to worry about something else. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to work on, yeah. We're going to work on this wing. I'm also realizing, nah. So this wing's orange. Okay. I think it's 4. Nope. It's one of these. That one. Okay. So this wing gets divided in 2 portions. Let's see. This one's actually really easy, which is kind of cool. Okay. So let's look at this. So this turns into kind of a... Okay. Okay. Yeah. And then this part, this section here, it's a little flattened out. Right there. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and we're going to just start cutting and chopping stuff. Okay, so we'll go mesh tools and mesh. What am I doing? Detach, 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 detach. Where are you? Mesh, separate. Sweet, okay. Nothing too special happens with this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of set it up. Just add a little bit of thickness to it. Feels like there is something crawling on me, but there's not. At least I had hoped there wasn't. Okay. Cool. As that gets preserved. Same here. We have a nice looking panel there. Cool. Okay. Time for the next one, which is this guy. I do like how easy the wings are, though. Detach. Make sure that didn't go crazy. It totally did. Alright, hold on a second. What the hell? Okay. I don't think that's supposed to be pointy like that. Oh, no, it is. It's just the way I modeled it. It's not supposed to be, so I'm gonna fix that. Off. Okay, there we go. So let's support that guy now. That should be everything I need to do. Uh-huh. You can see how, like, right off the bat, that gives us such a smoother, like, transition. So the only other thing here is this needs to be sharper. But only in that section. So just you and you. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Let's keep going at it. And as always, guys, just please remember, if you have questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I do not mind. I am here just as much to teach you if you guys need something, or to help you if you want, or just to chat. Totally up to you. If not, I will just sit here and talk to myself for the next hour and a half. So, there's that too. I've been doing it for 5 years. I'm not afraid to. Man, I've been streaming for way too long. It's kind of crazy to think about. Okay. So this is going to be the same thing here, except I need to support that. That can stay sharp, but this one needs to move down. I feel like there are certain days where my brain just gets it, and it's just like, yeah, that's exactly what you got to do today. Like, that's what you got to do for the model. And then there are other days where my brain's like, hey, screw you. We're not going to do anything today. You're just going to have to figure it out yourself. Does anybody else have that? Okay, that's looking pretty good. Same kind of issue there, though. Okay. Every day. Okay, good. So I'm not the only one. Not the only one. Because it's like, you ever, like, you'll be working and you'll be like, God damn, I'm so good at topology. And then you log in the next day and you're like, oh, cool. I don't, what? I feel like that's a pretty common occurrence for me. All right, beautiful. Nope, not that one. Okay. That's kind of the panel block out, at least for now. So many damn panels. There is a panel that cuts through this, I think, but I'm not, I think I'm going to texture that one. Getting to the point now where I'm like, I need to figure out where I'm going to cut some corners. Okay. Let's see. What else we got to add here? Because I did a lot of the detail work on this one, so let's go ahead and do some of the detail work up on this one too. Why does that feel wrong? Because it is wrong. Okay. I missed something. There we go. Still learning Maya, and your videos are really helpful. I'm glad they're helpful, and I'm glad they continue to be helpful. How are you enjoying learning Maya? Are you having a good time with it? I need you to be like right there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, that should solve that problem. It did. Good stuff. Okay, so the next thing you do, Hickey, here is there is a weird cutout, so that's going to be fun. But it's on this piece, so. Let's do this. I'm going to break my mesh here. Just because this will let me cheat a little bit. Okay. I haven't done a standing stream in a long time. What are you building? Can I show the reference? Yes, this is the reference. So this is what you're seeing right now. Every day is a gamble. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. So there's really no good indication on the actual shape of this. Oh, I see what he did. Okay. I like the other one better, so I'm going to do the other one. I definitely hate that interrupts the flow of everything, but it'll be worth it, hopefully. Okay. How much does that actually flow with the wing? So it doesn't actually flow with the wing at all, so it's good. So it goes just straight down. Okay. What platform do you stream on? I'm also a teacher and I have an okayish YouTube channel. I want to stream more and it's just tough to carve out a consistent block of time. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. It's an absolute pain in the butt. So I stream on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And then all of my short form content goes up on every platform possible, and all my long form content goes on YouTube. But yeah, that's kind of how I handle things. I try to. I'm not the best at it by any means, but I'm working on getting better at being consistent with it. That's cool. What do you primarily teach? That needs to be thinner. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move you down. Move you over. That's better. I'll line those up in a minute here. Okay. Let's get those lined up. First of all, that's all right, actually. It's okay if it's like slightly offset. Okay, so that's solid, and that's cut out now. And then I can just take this and kind of reduce this down. I don't know if I want to do it that way. I don't want to do that. I guess I could just do this. Hold on. Let's think about this for a second here. I work at a small college, teach everything from graphic design to 3D modeling VFX. I've been trying to stay motivated and work on personal art a lot lately in between course prep. That's cool. I almost did that job once, so I can resonate with that. That's cool, though. Do you enjoy it? And you asked what platform. You probably were asking what software I use, too. I use OBS. Hey man, how are you? I'm Huzzy. Hello. I am doing good. Sorry, my Instagram's not scrolling for some reason, so I like miss messages unless I scroll it. But I'm doing good. Okay. So that creates a nice little okay. This is gonna get a lot more ugly before it gets cleaner. You just gotta bear with me. Alright, mesh tools. We're gonna go and edit mesh. Detach. Okay. Alright, let's go. What are you creating today? Let me see. So, let's see. Show you. There you go. This is what we're working on. Same thing I've been working on for the past too many streams now. I've been doing it for 15 years now. For the most part, it's enjoyable. I did not enjoy working in the industry so much. I don't blame you. Seems to be a pretty common consensus, unfortunately. But that's cool. I'm glad you found something you liked, and you're doing something that you like, so that's even cooler. That is what I'm trying to do right now, is find something I enjoy doing. Alright, whether that be working in the industry or working outside of it as like a teacher or doing YouTube, hell, YouTube would be fun too. So for those of you watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And like the stream. That helps too. That helps a lot. Cheap viewers on Streamaboo. Oh no. How did you get through? Ben. Okay. So this guy's got to get supported somehow. And that's always going to be fun. I don't think I need to adjust the top at all. Let's do that. That should be. Yeah, there we go. Oof, alright. Hell yeah. Assign existing material, 03. Nope, that's clear. It's one of these. I am constantly forgetting which material. Oh, no, it's my main one. JK. It's that one. Sweet. Okay. Hello, sir. I am 3D modeling and texturing artist. I have applied for many companies. LinkedIn. I noticed that most of the openings are asking for Blender, but my expertise is in Maya. Yeah. So I know that's pretty common, especially kind of on the other side of the planet. I don't see it so much in the U.S. just because I don't think a lot of studios are adopting it just yet. It doesn't hurt to learn both. I am in the process of learning both. I still very much enjoy Maya over everything else, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons a little bit. So it's a good idea to learn both. It's definitely not a good idea to like lock yourself down to software. Be open to it. So. Let's use ZBrush ZModel for high poly modeling because I'm not a big fan of doing hard surface in ZBrush. I have played with it a little bit and it's just not my favorite thing in the world. Maybe someday, but for sure not right now. Just not a huge fan of it. Okay. Plus, I also tend to feel like it's probably better to master topology before I even try to do that stuff, so. Just personal choice. Blasphemy. I know, you really like it. I don't know yet. I haven't done enough with it yet. What did I make the other day? I made like a, oh, what the hell was it? It was like a knife. But I don't know. Not my favorite thing just yet. Maybe someday. Or are you saying blasphemy to the learning Blender thing? Because I get it. That could also be. ZModeler has more flexibility. Probably. I just like Maya. I'm not going to change my workflow just because, like, everyone says something else is easier, so to speak. Like, I'm already pretty fast in Maya when it comes to stuff, so I don't really need to, like, force myself to change softwares. Plus, on top of, like, learning modeling in Blender right now, I do not have the bandwidth to learn modeling in ZBrush for hard surface at all. Like, it's just not going to happen. So, it's not worth my time right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now. ZBrush. Oh, okay, I gotcha. If there are any vacancies, opportunities, or skills, I would be more than grateful if you could suggest and guide me. I unfortunately am not the best option for that. On top of that, I think they just tried to ban like anyone from like outside the country from getting into the country for like jobs. So I don't know how that works currently, but depending on what area you're in, maybe there's somebody who knows a little bit better than me. But it's always good to explore new things. Absolutely. And I do explore new things. But currently, I am already exploring enough as it is that I don't need to explore more. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize, like, I don't just work in Maya. My current personal pipeline is like 8 pieces of software. So, I don't have room currently for other software. All right. So obviously this is kind of incorrect, and I know it was, but that's okay. Hold on a second. Let's do this. No. Why does the whole thing disappear? Come on. Okay, fine. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Really don't want to do this way, but if it works, it works. I don't really care. And it will, so. Alright, cool. And that kind of helps take care of that for the most part. Let's see. I wonder if Blender can be modded. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of plugins and stuff for it. I would assume you could model or you could mod it with enough expertise. I just have no idea. I'm not a software programmer by any means, and I don't plan on being one. Alright, so let's do this. This is just like extra at this point, and I don't really need it, so... I'm not going to worry about reducing that, so to speak. I don't really have to. Okay. That's a much better solution. Okay. Do the same thing over here. Yeah, I always want people to make sure that they're open to like learning new software, because it's something that I do all the time. It's just that like my brain's a little full now, so I gotta wait till I get some of that stuff figured out. Oh, my stream on Instagram stopped. What a surprise. Hold on. Public. Stream key copy. I hate this. I wish I could just like set up an additional one. Like an additional stream key that just kicks over. But whatever. Okay, back up on Instagram. There we go. Touchy topic. What are your thoughts on eating and sleeping? What about them? I like both. I love sleeping. And I like making good food. Yeah, as far as like avoiding sleep though, I'm also pretty bad at that, so I'm not a beacon of positivity when it comes to that. Because I'd rather spend my time doing this, even though I haven't been able to recently. Okay. That's pretty. Beautiful. Okay. I'm just going to match some of this. Make sure it stays the same. Nope, that's not right. Okay. Now we got to figure that out. Sweet. Okay. Oh, my favorite part. This is one of my like least favorite parts, is just troubleshooting how to support this stupid mesh. This is actually where I will probably do this. And just use a triangle. Because I don't really care. And that shouldn't cause much of an issue, if anything. No. Turn that off. No, can't even tell. Flat surface, doesn't matter. What's up, Mr. Blazerman 2? How are you? Forgot to say hi. Okay, so one. Alright, so what else is breaking? Currently, doesn't look like anything else. So, I sleep you selected. 3. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's just something so satisfying about that. Oops. Let's do this. We're going to freeze all my transforms and stuff and do an increment and save. That's beautiful. I'm out of drink. That sucks. I'm going to go get a water real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Wouldn't be polymodeling without at least some breaking. I agree. That's very true. Dude, I still have to go through and name all this stuff too. It's okay. At least I know UVing it is going to be real easy. And probably won't take me much time at all. Okay, so now... Let's see. We got 3 little venti things. Okay, see, once again, the concept changes across both of them. Why do you do this to me? That's alright. I'm just going to do it a little bit differently. It's because it's a paint over concept. Alright. So this has little vents that run through it. So let's figure out the little vents that run through it. Okay, that shouldn't have changed anything dramatically. No, it didn't. Let's see. Okay. Let me think about this. How do I want to do this? I've never actually done this before, so... Let's try something here. That's the biggest issue. I don't think this is going to do what I want it to do. Now, I'm going to do that differently. It's not going to be... That ain't it. That ain't it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. no. What? Okay. Hold on. I see why that was causing an issue. Okay. 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 Going to extrude. Keep faces off. Okay. Sweet. Alright, so what else needs to be added to that? So definitely some support like this, which I can technically get away with. Don't have to stress about that too much. Yeah, that's good. It's actually kind of perfect, minus the weird Engon that I got going on here. But I can fix that real quick. Yeah, that's fine. And that shouldn't be distorting at all. No, it's not. So, sweet. Cool. Vents are added. There's a... I will texture those in because I don't want to add those. Let's see. All right. Alrighty. How long have we been going here so far? We've been going for an hour and a half? Okay. I think I'm going to call that for tonight. I've got some stuff I got to do and take care of. But let's do this. We're going to save real quick. Doom, doom, doom. File, save scene. Alright, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end stream for the night because I got some stuff I got to take care of. But it was good hanging out for a little bit. I'll be back on Friday. Didn't get to do Monday just because it was my birthday, so we ended up kind of hanging out for a bit. But everybody, I will see you on Instagram. I will see you guys live on Friday. So you guys have a wonderful night. And then YouTube, same for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. I will see you guys on Friday. So you guys have a good night. And then Twitch, let's see.